Hi, everybody. Welcome back to God's Girl, Angie. I just wanted to come back and kind of fill you in on what I've been doing in the last few months. Just wanted to let you know that I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still enjoying to create. If you follow my account, God's Girl Angie, on Instagram, you'll see that I have been having fun with mixed media and art journaling, and this process has really helped me grow in my creativity. And I am so grateful for so many in this community that offer, classes and free classes and share their art and inspire others. As always, we learn a lot from each other, and I have just been having a lot of fun. I am still a design team member of Little Joys of Boujou, so I continue to do that and using her digital prints. And that is what I started doing when I started doing junk journaling. And through this process, that foundation for me helped me to get back into creativity, which I have thoroughly enjoyed. I was in school for 4 years and didn't have time to do any creative outlets. And I must say, I missed it a lot. So I was really gravitated towards Casey, who is Love Your Artsy Soul on Instagram as well as YouTube. I was so drawn to what she did and her creativity, and I thought, gosh, I want to do that so badly. I really want to feel comfortable creating my own page and making everything on my page, and not necessarily, print something and put it on page. I felt ready to be more creative in that way. Digital prints by all those that I've used they're just amazing artists, and they're so wonderful in what they do. And I wanted to be able to do that for myself. And so I decided to just dive in, learn, and take classes and just keep practicing, because in essence, that's what it all is just sitting down and having fun playing. I am currently working on a challenge that was for every Sunday in the month of February. It's called the Seek, Gather, Create, and I will link it below. It was for every Sunday they would come out with these prompts that would challenge you to, hunt around your house or whatever and be creative and just put some random things together, and they would post those things every Sunday. So this is the last Sunday, so I thought, why not show you my process in creating this page. Now, my friend Casey had introduced me to Podge, and Podge is your friend, as well as matte medium and any of those other things. Also clear gesso, what I put on prior to this white paint. As you can see here, I put way too much paint down. With having a very fluid paint, it comes out very fast, and so I got too much. So I love these little spatula that it looks like a paintbrush, but it's basically an art spatula. And what's nice about these is they don't absorb the paint. They just move it around, which is in essence what you really want. So it actually helps me save on supplies, as well as not washing it down the drain. So a part of what I do is I like to kind of help the map be pushed into the background. I love adding paints, and a lot of this process is just really having fun with your hands. You don't necessarily have to have all these crazy tools to be able to create art, which is really nice. You just use what you have and take that time to play every day. I love using my embossing gun for my drying tool. I'm not patient. I don't like to allow things to dry. So I just use this, and it takes, less than 2 or 3 minutes, if that, to dry each layer in this process. And what was really drawing me to this mixed media art journaling is not only was it allowing me to have creative play, but it also taught me so much about layering. And, you have a foundation of a map, and then I have paint, and now I have a stencil. I got this stencil from the website Joggles. I absolutely love this website. It was something that I just stumbled upon. When I got the package, everything was beautifully wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper. They took great care and made it wasn't just stuffed in a box or an envelope. They really took the time to make you feel special. I took advantage of their President's Day sale and saved 20%. And if you spent over $50, you had half off your shipping. So I would encourage you to check out their website. There's all kinds of websites out there that sell stencils. I would encourage you to, check them out and, maybe get a few to play with. And what I like about this one is it was roses. I absolutely love flowers. I wanted this background to have a layer of stenciling, but I didn't want it to stand out so much that it was overtaking the actual page itself. So I just did white, and as you can see, it just kind of, it's there, and I love it. And I got really excited to see the stencil. And you don't have to have a page this big to be able to use the stencil. You can use it on a smaller piece of paper and still have the same great effect. And those of you who love coffee, you can actually use it in mixed media as well. I love it to create an aged look on the page. It kind of melds everything together. And of course, we kind of like to swirl it around the page, add more water. I love my fine mist sprayer. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love it. I actually like dropping the crystals of this instant coffee. It kind of gives it an added texture. And I really enjoyed putting that on there to kind of give it a little bit more. Again, I talked about, taking classes. There are so many artists out there on Instagram if you're interested in learning more. There's YouTube artists out there that show their process and how they create a page. And that's how I learned. I, took the time to, watch a video. Sometimes I watch videos as I'm working or listening to them in the background and kind of can check over and look and watch. And I have just thoroughly enjoyed taking these classes. I'm currently in Fodder School as well as Wanderlust. These are amazing classes that you can enroll in any time, and to be able to, learn how to use different mediums, create different effects, learn how to put together a book. I mean, all types of things. And I have really just, in just this few months, I have learned so much and come so far. When I started art journaling, I didn't necessarily write anything in my journals. It was more of an art project for me, just to kind of put things on paper. And what I have found is you don't necessarily have to write anything legible, but it creates a background element, but you can actually get your feelings down on paper, and they can be a part of the page itself. And the process of art journaling is just so healing. A lot of times people will pray. You can write down your prayers, your thoughts, what's on your mind. To me, it's just a great way to just be God and I, quite honestly. These hearts are kind of, this page kind of was created to kind of showcase, here I have a map, and this community has allowed me to create friends from all over the world and all over the map. And I am just so grateful for that. They've been immensely meaningful relationships, and I absolutely love that. So that star is over the Fort Wayne area on my map. I just happen to have a map that showed Fort Wayne, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's where my star is going to go. So I got really excited about that. Tissue paper is, go figure, who doesn't have beautiful tissue paper? And this creates a wonderful background layer too. Again, Mod Podge. I also had vellum that I was kind of playing around as far as putting on top of that, but the vellum kind of got lost. So I just thought, well, I guess I just won't put it on there. I'll just put my hearts. And the hearts are kind of, symbolic of the friends that I've met along the way in this community. It's one thing that I'm grateful for. I love Mod Podge, but it wasn't working for me to put this heart down. These are watercolor hearts, and it wanted to keep curling up. So I'm like, I will bring out my Hoo Hoo glue. This thing is amazing. This glue is wonderful. It works great with thicker surfaces such as watercolor paint, mixed media, or watercolor paper, mixed media paper, all those. It's a really strong glue. You can find it on Amazon. It's one of my staple glues that I use. I love using Posco pens. This is what you'll see me using. That's what I use to actually write in the background. The Posco paint pens, they come in different size tips, and they're really great for being able to create marks, write on almost any surface. And it allows there to be a very opaque color where you need it, and it's not getting too lost in the background and you really can't tell that it's really there. That's what I really like about the white, is you can tell that it's there, and it's actual paint. I mean, go figure. So I have a smaller Posco white pen here. I'm trying to get it started. As you can see, I'm pushing it against the paper. Sometimes it just needs a little giddy up and go. And in this spread, I needed to find something that starts with M, and I just thought of meaningful because of the meaningful relationships that I've made in this community. This is my Stabilo pencil. This is a really great tool as well. I found it on Amazon. You can find it in a local art store too. And what's really neat about this pencil is it adds really neat dimension. But once you hit it with water, it like brings it out. It acts like a watercolor pencil. If you hear my dogs in the background, they're really upset that my husband's in the garage and they're not in the garage with him. They're definitely daddy's girls. So I love these Tim Holtz old photographs. You can find them in Joann's or, Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And I absolutely love these ladies. It kind of was symbolic of the friendships that I've made here in this community. And so I just had to add it. I also wanted to age the picture a little bit. It was a little too white for me for this particular page. So I used Tim Holtz Distressing ink, or Distress Oxide ink, and kind of aged it a little bit. I also wanted to create a little bit more texture with this fabric in the background. As you can see, this Yoo-hoo stick makes anything stick. I really like it. So I'm currently doing a 100-day project, which means that you're creating art for 100 straight days. And I'm making these little, they're probably the size of a index card, and I make some, different art pieces on those. And you can find me on Instagram on God's Girl Angie, and I have wanted to be able to make your day. And if you stop by there, DM me your mailing address, I will send you one. I'm going to have 100 of these cards, so I'll have plenty to be able to send. And so I want to be able to do that for you. It's kind of nice to get some happy mail and brighten your day, something other than junk mail or a bill. So stop by, DM me your address, and I would be happy to send you one. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your patience as you await my next video. Hope you have a blessed day.